uranium fire at a Tennessee nuclear complex is contained, and it did not release radioactivity, you all. That's, I repeat, it is contained and it did not release radioactivity. And thank you, Chris Snyder. I think that's who that was. Chris Snyder, honey, thank you for putting that on there now 22 minutes ago, you all. So this happened, they just now posted this at 2:54 p.m. And did you hear about it since they just now posted it? Gina, let me see if I can get this overlay on here, you all. We're going to go look at it because a uranium plant. Now this kind of getting kind of wild. It really is, because that would be a major, kind of like a major catastrophe. It really would be. Let me, hello there under the oaks. Yeah, let's come over here. Oopsie. Let's see if we can come over here, you all. If my screen ain't working right. Let's come on over here. We can see this uranium fire at Tennessee nuclear complex contained. So wonder what happened, you all. Really think about it. What went on, since I just now got back from being in the house, running an errand at town. Let's see this right here. Can you hear me? Hello. Mao Lapis, how we doing today? We doing okay? How are you doing? So, Oak Ridge, Tennessee. A fire at one of the nation's enriched uranium process facilities on Wednesday did not result in the release of radioactivity, according to the Y-12 National Security Complex in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Officials at Y-12 notified city officials and legislators and media that emergency response teams were handling an incident at a building on the western side of the Y-12. Reminds me of Y2K. Y-12 complex, and the fire at the highly enriched uranium material facility led to the evacuation of a couple hundred employees, rightly so, a spokeswoman said, and involved uranium in a metal-type form in a hood at Building 9212, an original 1945-era building that is scheduled to be replaced in the coming years. At a press conference, they said internal monitors did not alarm, meaning that there was no contamination detected within the facility. No off-site impact had been detected and no injuries were reported. Y-12 returned to normal operations just before 1 p.m. when officials said in a press conference that the situation was stable. So it must have been unstable at a moment, and now it is now stable. They have a hotline that has been established by the Y-12 to address the public concerns, and investigation is ongoing to determine the cause. The National Nuclear Security Administration oversees operation at the Pantex plant in Amarillo, Texas, and the Y-12 National Security supports security enterprise through the uranium storage. So let's see where this is located. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Let's see if we can type it in. Let's go over there. Let's see the Google Maps and look at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where this thing took place, you all. Yes. We're doing great. We are doing great. That's all right, you all. We can do it. Let's pause this right here. Let's type in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Paste it. Let's see the uranium plant in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. There we go. Right there. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Where's it at? Okay, right here. But we got weather going on. We got strong winds going on, you all. We do. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Where is the uranium plant? Oh, this is really cool. So let's see what we got near here. We got Valvoline instant oil change right here. Kroger Food Center right here. We got a Kroger bakery Kroger Marketplace. Let's see what else is around here, you all. Purge Magic Car Wash. This is a new area. This is a city. It's got a middle school. I want to know where the plant's at, where the plant is located. Another train derailed in Ohio today, too. Let me come over here, y'all. Let me show you something. Okay, look here. Look at just the screen. We have 70 people, and they have 3 people that are allowed, maybe 4 people that are allowed to comment here. Let me get myself out of the way. Look at that. 4 people they're allowing to come into the comment section and comment. No, 3. Only 3. Why? Why is that so? Ask yourself, why is that so? Why are you only allowing 3 people in this live stream? You don't want nobody to know about this? Probably. That's okay, you all. We can do it. That's right. We got it. Right there. Let's see this. I wanted to see Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Y12 National Complex. Let me just do this. The Y12 National Complex, Oakville, Tennessee. Let's look at this right here. I don't want to go there. I want to see this right here to see what this is. If I had my rad monitor, and I got one, I personally, if they would let me, I would be in that building and measuring it for myself, because you can get your little monitors about like that. I would measure it myself to see if there was any type of radiation, because citizens are allowed to get those. There we are right there. Oh, this does look old. This whole area, Laura, honey, you so very welcome. That's right. Choosy heretics. Look at this. So the Y12 complex. I don't want it to go to ground level, you all, but look. This is the whole entire complex. It does look ran down. Ran down and unkept. And if it happened in one of the old buildings in 1945 that was built, well, you know that it probably has cracks and stuff. It has, it's not well maintained. This is Image Landsat Copernicus. So this is an old factory area too. Look at the rust on these buildings here. What on earth? What is on top of this building, you all? These are old pipes and stuff. This stuff is old and decrepit. If it's around since 1945, it is not the best of stuff at all. None of this. There's some vehicles right here at this factory. I would assume this is 1945 also. I really would. Where are we supposed to be at, you all? What am I looking for? Because I think I've already... Oh, here's the Y12 National Complex. But where? Is it underground? I don't see a thing here, you all. Do you see a thing right here? A Y12 National Complex. Where is it at? Is that it right there? No. Where is it? I can't seem to find it. I really can't. Red cap, honey, what you just saying? Just saying. Mimi. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see this, you all. I wanna see, what does it look like? I'm gonna turn that down. That looked like Sarah Palin right there. They're in Tennessee. There are no reports. Nothing. That's it. Just that. That's it. Just get this one picture right here. Oh my gosh. gosh, that'd be kind of hard to even find it. Did we go here? That's where we were. Well, what about here? 4 hours ago. This looks fairly nude right here. Let me see if I can, let me do this. Let me turn this thing down. And I want to enable, let me put it back to me. I want to enable the audio and the video so we can hear it, so that we can see if we can see anything or hear anything. Let me come back over here. Fire breaks out at the facility. His face is red and so is his. Okay, they got red face and the reporters are here. They had to wait 4 hours before they were given permission. There's the There's the QR code right here. The thing about the QR codes, even if you tear off a corner, it doesn't matter. It still can be read. Even if you take every single bit of it away, it can still be read completely. Okay, here we go.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Casey Wheelis in the WVLT newsroom. We are hearing that emergency personnel are on scene at the Y-12 National Security Complex because of a fire at one of their buildings there. I want to go ahead and take you live. Officials are about to give us a briefing here of what they know at this time. A spokesperson did say that appropriate precautionary protective actions have been initiated for Y-12 employees who are in the vicinity of the incident. They say at this time there is no off-site impact to the public as a result of the incident. As they're getting ready for this press conference here, I'm going to go ahead and show you where this is. This is in Oak Ridge. You can see the Y-12 National Complex. Now, a spokesperson told us that the fire is at building 9212. And when you look that up on DOE's website, it is a building that houses uranium processing facility. It looks like they're going to take the press conference now. Let me get you there.
Steve White is with the NNSA production office, and Tony Bozer is our technical advisor for this incident. So first of all, let me say there are no off-site impacts from what has happened this morning. And I want to make that perfectly clear because we've had a number of calls from folks asking about are we in danger, those kinds of things. That is not a possibility at this point. Now, as to the particulars, I want to hand it off to my colleague here, Stephen Wyatt.
Good morning. Again, my name is Stephen Wyatt. I'm with the National Nuclear Security Administration. At about 9:14 this morning, we had a fire in one of our production facilities. As a result, employees from that area were evacuated, and we're in the process, continuing the process of accounting for all of the employees in that area.
How many employees were in that building when this happened?
It would be around 200 in the specific building where this occurred.
What sort of exposure could those employees have had at this moment?
That's not known. Tony, do we have any information regarding?
No, we don't. We're not aware of any personnel injuries at this time. However, as part of that accountability and response, we have emergency responders that are there for both the employees and specifically to address the upset event.
You said this happened around 9:15 this morning. Is there still an active fire at this location?
We don't have that information at this time. Incident Command is on scene, and they're in charge of addressing the facility situation.
How big is this process? Do we know how many first responders are on site sort of fighting this and getting an idea of how to battle this?
Well, this is still ongoing. So a number of the questions you're about to ask or have asked, we can't quite answer for you yet. Just be aware that the situation is under control, is contained, and that there are no off-site impacts.
How important is that to emphasize there are no off-site impacts right now?
Well, I think if you live nearby, you'd be very concerned about those kinds of situations. So we felt it was incumbent that we make sure that anybody listening to your broadcast right now understands that this was contained to a particular area here at Y-12, and that is where it will remain.
What are the steps in the process where we're moving at right now? What does this sort of look like as the hours pass by?
Yeah, let me hand that back off to our technical advisor, Tony.
All right, so as I mentioned, there's really two things happening at the same time. First, it's accountability and taking those actions for the safety and health of our employees. Second, there is an emergency response team that is specifically going to the area where the incident occurred, stabilizing that. We have a very broad team that is trained specifically to deal with the hazards associated with the work we do, and so they'll inform us as to their progress as they have time throughout their response.
And Will, I want to point out something else that Tony brings up about accountability. You know, the number one priority at this site is safety. And so our number one concern when this incident occurred was the safety of our employees, and that's why an immediate evacuation of that area occurred. We are still concerned about our folks. There's no indication of injuries or any of that type. But number one, safety of our employees. Number two, safety of the environment.
You all obviously said no off-site impacts. What do people need to know as they travel near Y-12 or in this area as this process goes on?
I don't, well, I'll let you answer, or Steve.
I don't think there's any, since there's no impact, there shouldn't
Yeah.
be any problems traveling in the vicinity of Y-12.
Obviously, details limited right now of the 200 or so employees. How many are accounted for at this moment? Do you have that number at
don't
this
have
time?
that number. We
Okay.
do not.
Gentlemen, is there anything else people need to know about this active situation right now?
No, again, I just want to emphasize, no offsite impacts, the community is safe, and we are in the process of investigating and mitigating this situation.
Awesome. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, that is our Will Puckett there reporting for us as they are talking to officials on scene. This is what we know. The public is not in danger, according to the officials there.
This is Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge, Tennessee is where it's located, and I don't know where the building is. I can't find it. I cannot find it on this Google Maps for some strange reason. Okay, now we got it. Now we got an updated. Okay, it's right there. It's this whole area right here. I'm looking at an old picture. You can see there's lots of vehicles there at this area. And I wonder if they say it happened, maybe this would be an old area if it, I wouldn't think that. They said it was from one of the buildings that was from 1945. Not in that news report, but this is the whole complex? This whole thing is sprawling? Is that what they mean? The whole entire thing? Because these are old buildings right here. They look decrepit. They kind of do. If they got the steam pipes and all this kind of stuff, if these are part of it. But this looks like the new, no, this says Jack or something. I don't know, you all. This has a lot of people over there. There's no telling where it is because all it says it's right here at this spot right here. So it can't be this spot. This must be the whole entire area. Did I pause that? Let me make sure I paused it. Let me come over here and do that one and then bring this up and do this one. I could be talking and something could be whatever. We need to type that in. Oh my goodness. Let's see what it looks like. And we got to find out what it looks like because this is not a good picture at all. Let's see if we can get an image of that place. Okay. So this is the image. The final uranium process facility right here. So those, I don't even see those buildings on this thing. I really don't. Switch yard. I don't know if we've seen these buildings on there. Well, let me see if we do. You got 2 and a long one. Okay, this is that right there. 2 and a long one, I think one right here maybe, according to this picture right there. Because you have these 2 canisters, these big containers right here on the side, so I guess it would, I have no idea. This doesn't even make sense, these Google Maps, and this is February of 2023, and this thing is not even lining up at all. It's not, you all. I can't even find it. I don't even know if it's a real picture now. I really don't. Because it doesn't look like this right here. It doesn't look like this. Oh my goodness. I wanted to find it. What's that look like? Don't know. I don't know, you all, but they said there is no need to worry at all. But we can look like this. You all look at this. We can read this. This is February the 19th of 2023. Oak Ridge, Tennessee ships 80,000 pounds. This is on the 19th, so this is 2 days ago. It ships 80,000 pounds of nuclear waste to a containment facility. It's a transuranic waste from Oak Ridge, nearly 80,000 pounds, has been shipped under new management for disposal. New management. Thursday, the Department of Energy released United Cleanup Oak Ridge was transmitted. The transuranic waste was generated by Oak Ridge defense-related research. Now employees of the facilities take care of the waste dump. Oh, so they're taking care of the waste dump, you all, is what they're doing. The DOE said the waste consists of clothing, tools, rags, residue, debris, soil, and other items contaminated with small amounts of plutonium and other radioactive elements. Are we looking at the same place, you all? Oh my gosh. The waste was shipped through the Waste Processing, TWPC, which was relocated under the direction of Oak Ridge Environmental. Within 2 days, the staff prepared the waste and loaded it into 3 shipping containers that held 35 drums of the material. Representatives from Tennessee Environmental, some of the East Tennessee schools are being dismissed due to the threat of severe weather. The process went like clockwork. Everyone on the team was committed to getting the job done, you all. This is 2 days ago. 3 days ago this happened. 2-day journey with 10 strong teams. The cargo arrived in Carlsbad Canyon. I would assume that is Carlsbad Canyon up here. Or do you think it would? Carlsbad? Is there a Carlsbad, Tennessee? A tractor trailer transports. How we doing on here? We be right back, you all. This is wild. What about vinyl chloride? Well, I don't know. They didn't say. We ain't got to it yet. The contract between Oak Ridge Environmental. Wait a minute. What if this is a cover story for something else going on? Really think about it. What if it is? 85% of its contract treated transuranic waste and 70% of it remotely treated transuranic waste has a higher radioactivity and has to be processed with special equipment. They will continue regular deliveries to WIP until all the site's inventory is removed. Somebody probably wasn't, hello, Shelley Dean, following. The U.S. Nuclear Commission states that the transuranic waste is material that is contaminated by radioactive elements and have higher atomic numbers than uranium. Oh, that's just great. And wait a minute. And if we got some storms coming through and they got this stuff already transporting it and the storms come and it causes damage and stuff, you all look. The waste mainly comes from recycling spent nuclear fuel using plutonium to make nuclear weapons, and Neptunium, and americium are also transuranic elements used. Look at that. Do you think it's something different? Shalom, Scott Drake. Do you all think it's something different going on? But it didn't say it came from that place. It didn't say it came from the one place, you all. It didn't, but Oak Ridge, Tennessee ships 80,000 pounds of it. The first shipment, the very first shipment. Let's click into it, you all. Let's click into the first shipment. We're already there. It's the very first shipment. The first shipment of it from Oak Ridge, shipped out on the 18th. Okay, let's see what else they got going on. This is there's got to be more than meets the eye. It really does. Cooling towers. Watts Bar, Tennessee has a whole lot of nuclear plants, it looks like. Oh my. So Oak Ridge, all the plants in Oak Ridge. Somebody did one fire involving uranium, national security. See, they didn't tell you which area that they were shipping this stuff from. They did not. When they talked about it, they didn't tell you. Let's go forward. They didn't say which plant, really. They didn't say which nuclear plant this came from. It just said Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the first shipment from Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge, that's it, Oak Ridge. Oh my goodness. James Cooper, honey, are you talking to Gina, honey? And are you doing a speaking down to me comment? Because if you are, Gina, honey, don't play that game. I don't. I'm going to put you in timeout. Boom. That's right. You going in timeout. No. I'll pronounce them however I can try to pronounce them. And you're the only one who had a problem with it. Just you. And if I made a mistake and I misread his comment and I read it in a different way, I apologize. I really do. I do. That's right. It said it was a uranium plant. Where are we at? This is not uranium. Plutonium amounts. I have no idea. Okay, here we go. This has higher numbers than uranium. The waste. The waste. Boom. That's right, you all. So, let's see this, you all. They're protecting our something. They're underway. Breaking. This is the original Manhattan Project. Do you think so? He just wrote this. Major response underway after compound of uranium on fire at the Y-12. Tennessee original Manhattan Project. Oh, I guess that was it. A major response is underway, so we already saw that. That's it. I did not know that was the original. No, was that really Manhattan Project, you all? Because I don't know. I really don't know. That is really interesting. It really is. But you can see right here, they got some black numbers right there. They do. And we got it. We got it going on, you all. This is the news right here. Emergency services, images, no injuries. Oak Ridge Department of Energy. There you go. You better celebrate your veterans. Oak Ridge site, Eastern Tennessee, is one of the 3 original sites in the Manhattan Project. The K-25 and the Y-12 plants were built to explore different methods to enrich uranium, while the X-10 was the production of plutonium. Throughout the following decades, the 3 sites purified isotopes, conducted advanced research, manufactured weapon components, enriched uranium. These activities created environmental legacies that placed Oak Ridge Reservation on EPA's National Priorities List in 1989. Watch the video above and learn more about the cleanup progress and the transformation happening at the Oak Ridge site. So we can look at, Gina, you all got to try to bring this thing back. I hope it don't have no music to it, y'all. We can look at it, but I hope it don't have no music. I want to see the cleanup, absolutely. If it has some cleanup, let me put this back to me. If it's got cleanup, we can watch it. Okay. Wait, what is that? I can't. I gotta mute it. I'm not gonna play it. Wait. It's got to be muted, you all. I cannot play that music because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get mad. So I'm not gonna play the music. We can look at it. Okay. This is the cleanup that's happening. Okay. The Environmental Energy Office. This is the cleanup that's happening. We can see it now. Well, this ain't going to be too nice. There she is. And let's see if we can get some closed caption from her. There, Nicole, honey. The Energy's Office of Environmental Management. As the largest environmental cleanup program in the world, the Department of Energy's office, we can read it, is responsible for safely completing cleanup resulting decades of nuclear weapons development and government-sponsored nuclear energy research. When EM was first established in 1989, it was responsible for the cleanup of 107 sites in 35 states. Today, 16 sites remain with active environmental. One of these is Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the Department of Energy, Oak Ridge Reservation. Sounds like an Indian reservation. It contains 3 distinct sites: the Y-12 complex, the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and the East Tennessee Technology. And different programs for the Department of Energy while EM leads the cleanups. They're cleaning up at all the parts, you all, is what's happening. It's home to efforts to protect our nation and research. The future of everything from supercomputing to manufacturing to energy generation. The Oak Ridge is also home to hundreds of vacant, contaminated World War II era building structures that pose risk and hinder progress. EM is responsible for safely removing these structures that pose risks and hinder progress. EM, okay. Any environmental impact left behind. They generate an annual economic impact of $7.2 billion. It's a lot. To the state of Tennessee with a workforce of more than 14,000 and contractors. Top 5 employers in the state, approximately 2,500 of those workers focus solely on cleanup. You can see right there. The progress is visible and tangible. They're removing the hazards on the cleanup, transforming the landscapes, creating new opportunities for economic growth, but it's still in the soil and in the water. Nowhere is the impact of the environment cleanup more visible than in East Tennessee. Enriched uranium for defense and energy programs. In 2020, it became clear the site of a once enriched uranium for the defense. Okay, first of its kind cleanup, reaching a milestone, tearing down more than 500 old buildings, more or less, contaminated structures, removing impacted soil, transferring hundreds of acres back to community redevelopment, once used to build the nation's nuclear arsenal, is now home to new businesses and a national park, trails and greenways. Well, that was nice. That was nice of them to, the largest inventory of high-risk contaminated area facilities at Y12 EM will take down the massive contaminated structures and address the site's greatest environmental risk, mercury. At the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, they will remove the former research reactors and isotope production at the facilities and eliminate nuclear waste inventories over the next decade. It will look much different because the new industry will emerge at the East Tennessee Technology Park with new facilities. We will expand the Y12 ORNL. It will ensure continued well-being of East Tennessee. Help rain reach its full potential, the region unhindered, and clear the way for the world's next big discoveries. Voila. Well, that was interesting. That was. So, do you think it's possible that the soil in that area is still contaminated, you all? Because it could be contaminated for years and years and years and years and years and years and years in that area. Gina, the Miss S. What happened, Jane RR Animal Rescue? Strong natural gas fumes. Nadine, honey, you okay? The gas leak. There is a gas leak now. Freedom Underground. Where is the gas leak? Oh, somebody's got a gas leak at this place over here, you all. Let's come back over here. That's kind of wild. It really is. Okay. That's great. So that's really interesting. Let's type this in really fast. Ohio train wreck again. I spelled it wrong. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on. EPA will support Palestine, Ohio. He says officials are indifferent about this cleanup. Wow. That's a mess, you are. It really is. Really. That's bad looking. Looks monstrous. It really does look very monstrous. This looks like a war zone. It really does look, that does look like a war zone. This whole area. That's what war looks like. Look at that. Massive fire. The sunsets are already like that, but I'm sure it's going to get heated up even more, you all of this stuff. Kentucky Water District will close the Ohio River intake. Oh, if you live in Kentucky, let's see that. After the East Palestine, we might as well talk about pollution, you all. Kentucky Water District, Ohio River, that's near me. It's like 40 minutes away, 40 miles. Will close their intake after the derailment. They look for signs of dead fish. Northern Kentucky Water District shut down the Ohio River intake on Sunday in anticipating of the plume. The head of Kentucky Water District confirmed it's officially closing down its own the intakes as a precautionary measure, and the response to the oil spill. Okay, about a day before that, Cincinnati confirmed it will shut down its intake from the river too. The agency performed 133 tests of the Ohio River and found that it was negative for butyl acrylate and vinyl chloride and ethanol. I read something like that. You ever go into the Home Depots, you all? You ever go in the Home Depots or Lowe's and you can get a soil sample that you can send off, or a water thing? Look, there's zero risk. Look at this. Ohio River. Our city's administration is prepared for these type of events, and I understand. I'm confident that temporary shutting off the intake is the best move, and there is zero risk. that our water reserves contain any contaminants from the train derailment site. And tapping these reserves will give us a peace of mind. It's safe to drink the water. It's safe to drink the water, you all. It is. That's what they said. It's devastating to the community. Well, they will give $1,000 per person to people who live in the Beaver County evacuation zone with the 44413 zip code. Are you making them sign documents to tell the people that they won't sue further until they can't ask for more money? The reporter asked. No, not at all. All they have to do is sign their name and say they received $1,000, you all. That's all they got to do is sign their name and they'll give you $1,000. Well, okay. You all, this is wild. This is really wild. You got all this kind of stuff like this. And it truly does look like a war zone. That's what war looks like. And then it's in the atmosphere. And particulates and things can fall from this. You can have it when it rains. When it rains, if this stuff is floated up into the atmosphere, when it rains, the water from the rain is going to go into the ground, is what it's going to do. Yeah, that's right. It's power the commercial. Do you all think that if these things are in the air, it's going to rain down stuff like that and soak into the ground? And can uranium, where's the uranium going? Where does uranium go? Look at this. Chernobyl disaster facts. 30% of Chernobyl's, I can't say it right, metric tons of uranium was now in the atmosphere. Look at that. It's in the atmosphere when that happened, you all. It caused birth defect. It caused all kinds of things. The future of uranium. Toxic legacy of this too, you all. The buried uranium takes decades to dissolve in the soil. The toxicity, whatever, in mammals can impact your brain development, behavior, and kidney functions. The Navajo Nation still shows uranium exposure today, decades after what, you all? Decades after atomic age mining. Look at that. About a quarter of the Navajo women and some infants were part of a federally funded study on uranium exposure and had high levels of radioactive metal in their systems for decades after mining for the Cold War. Look at that. 26% had concentrations of uranium that exceed the levels found in the highest 5% of the U.S. population. Newborns, too. It forces us to own up to known detriments associated with nuclear-forward society, you all. It's horrible. It really is. Danny, love it, honey. We got it all going on. I don't think I like this dark. I don't like that dark picture right there. I really don't. It's okay. Just doesn't, it's fine. There, that's better. I want some green on this blackness right here because this is kind of gloomy if you look at it like that. A fire. Would you want to breathe that? Just going outside on days where it's really, the sky is really white. If you're out there, just even for like 10, 15 minutes, your eyes can start watering. And your throat can start burning. Some people are super sensitive. That's just like 15 minutes outside, you all. And that's without them saying there's something like this up there. This is the seventh fire. When they set off, all of our atoms got mixed with each other somehow and become something. Sonia Rhodes. That's interesting. It really is. Linda, I thought you said all the world's people should shave their heads. That's what I thought you said. Shave their heads. But we have the heads on a swivel. Watch the water. Australia, New Zealand. Water events are happening. What happened? What happened in North Carolina, you all? Did something happen in North Carolina? Oh, that's where Tennessee is located. It is. North Carolina. Let's zoom out. There's Oak Ridge right there. Let's zoom out. I don't know where the border's at. Okay, here we are. See it right here. So this is... Oh, look what we got right here, you all. Remember? We had these tornado sirens that just so happened. Remember that, you all? Last week, you all. Come on now. This is no. We marked them. We put the markers there. Somebody told me how to... Okay. Tornado sirens were out at these facilities right here. When the tornadoes were coming through, the tornado sirens did not work right by this road. And it was right next to TVA Davidson substation right here. If a tornado were coming, they would not get alarmed because their siren was out right there. This is perfect, you all. This is absolutely perfect. I mean, it's not nice. It was right there. Where was the other one? The other one was... Okay, that was that tornado siren. I made it yellow. Let's find the other ones. Where were they at? That was that one. I gotta zoom out, y'all. That was near the power plant, their electricity plant. The other one was right here. The sirens were out right here by their water areas right there. What is on top of this, you all? What is that? That looks like ships. That really does. It looks like ships on top of there. I don't remember seeing that last week, but then this is, this image. I don't know how old this image, but that right there, this looks like the notches of ships. I don't want to go to ground level. They weren't there the last time. Were they there the last time? You think it's reflection? And it's making it look like that, then there's ships up in the sky. Then there are ships up in the sky, and it's reflecting off the top of this right here, and there's the ships with the notches. Let's just say that. So they had tornado sirens were out right there, and there was one more other area, and it was an elementary school right here. Right here at the elementary school, the tornado sirens were not functioning last week. I think it was a week ago. I really do think it was. And it was also near, I don't know. That was that. And now we're supposed to be over here to the Y12. I want to say Y2K. But the Y12 area, let's see right here. The National Security Complex right there. Let's put a thing there. I would like to have a red one. I'd like to have a red color. Can I put like a big X there? There. Right there. Let's see. The nuclear power. Let's do uranium plant. Poison. Poison. That's what I'm going to name it. Poison uranium leak. There we go. We got it. We got it, you all. So that's what we got. We got a poison uranium leak right there. Tornado sirens that went out. This is all in Kentucky, you all. So something's going, in Tennessee, something's going on. You have Ohio, and Ohio's up there, you all. And look, what is the weather supposed to be like in Ohio? Let's see if we can find what the weather was supposed to look at with this thumbnail, because it's going to get windy. Let me see what Ohio was supposed to get. Rain. Lots of rain in Ohio. You can see it right here. So they're supposed to get lots of rain if you're in Ohio right now. Oh. Yeah. Ohio, Tennessee, then you got North Carolina down there. It's going to be warm. Yeah, don't run for the hills this time, you all. So that's really interesting. Where was that stuff at in Ohio where it happened? Palestine, Ohio. Let's type it in. Palestine, Ohio. Okay. Let's put a marker on there because we need to start marking this stuff, you all. We really do. Let's go to Palestine, Ohio, and mark it. I want fire. I want fire. Fire. Train fire. Train poison. Gas. Fire. There. Now we got it, you all. Now we got that one. We got, let's see that area again where the train derailed. Look. Right in that area like that. Boom. But they said it traveled for miles. Okay. So we got that poisonous poison right there. And the uranium plant down here, poison and leak. Well, I need to change that to a fire if I can. I'm going to add another thing. I'm going to make it a fire symbol. Fire. Right there. I want to see if I can drag it down here. There. And I'm going to call it poison. Poison. Gina, you... Okay, it's poison. I got to figure this out on here, you all. Poison. Uranium fire. Okay. There. Now we got it. We got it, you all. So look at that area. And the New Madrid fault line is around this area. It comes down here where this is all squiggly, kind of like Evansville. It comes down through Evansville and stuff. All right, you all. Hello. Radioactive fire. That would be better, right? Radioactive fire for the poison. The poison, are they all radioactive fire? In that area? Combined. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm not one for symbols. So, I hope Tennessee got their sirens fixed. Let's see if Tennessee got their sirens fixed. Let's just check that out. Did Tennessee get their sirens fixed? Tennessee sirens? It was Davidson County, Sun County, Tennessee. Sirens, tornado sirens. I can't spell. Sirens. Operational. See if they got them fixed. Okay, look. So they did their testing. This is 1 day ago. Testing is complete for the 3 tornado sirens. Okay, so they did it. What? Oh, they had flawed systems back then. Tornado sirens are going off in Tennessee. So they got this done, you all. That's 9 years ago, though. They got a statewide tornado drill. Look at, oh, wow, you all. Look at this. What do you think about that? A statewide tornado drill, which is today, scheduled for Wednesday, which is today. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency is conducting the test for severe weather awareness this week. 3 tornado sirens in Nashville were down last week during the severe weather, but Look at that. 7 days ago, they were inoperable. Do you think that this was already planned right here, you all? Let's see if we can go listen to that one. We're going somewhere with this, you all. I have no idea where we're going, but we're just looking at all that's going on because it is really wild. That is wild. Let's come over here and push the button. Can you push it?
Been all over the place, as we all know, in the last week. Tornadoes hitting Middle Tennessee. That was just this past Thursday.
Yeah, now TEMA is really trying to drive home all the different ways that you can prepare for future storms during Severe Weather Awareness Week. Ryan Breslin is live for us ahead of a statewide tornado drill that is supposed to happen later this morning. Ryan.
Good morning to you, Holly and Amanda. Yeah, it's supposed to happen at 9:30 this morning, so don't be startled if you hear any tornado sirens or messages coming through your weather radio. Now, it was just last week that we had tornadoes, the National Weather Service confirming 3 different tornadoes touching down in Middle Tennessee. 2 were in Lawrence County, the other in Marshall County. In those cases, buildings and trees were damaged, power lines were cut, and flooding occurred. Luckily, there were no reported deaths from those storms. TEMA and the National Weather Service say Tennesseans can be more prepared for the next storm by having an emergency kit ready. Now, it's suggested to include a gallon of water per day for each person for 3 to 5 days. Non-perishable food, a flashlight, and a battery-powered radio are also good to have. And TEMA also suggests extra batteries, a first aid kit, and copies of important family documents, and of course a cell phone charger and personal hygiene items. Now, there is some good news to share this morning. All of the tornado sirens are said to be repaired and back online. We found out last week that 3 in Nashville, including right here in Bellevue, had failed their tests earlier this month. For now, live in Nashville, Ryan Breslin, WSMV4.
Okay, well, at least they got their sirens got fixed, but it's really strange you doing that siren thing today. It really is, but that's okay. I guess it's all right. It is all right. Well, I don't think there's any other strange things going on. We gotta. Where was that? Where was that thing at? Oh, uranium fire. Okay, this has all been in Tennessee? Oh my gosh. All of this has been in Tennessee this time. Wow. Wow. That's right. That's right. What about, you got the OSHA people, because OSHA's supposed to be in everything. Everything they are. Where was OSHA? Yes, that's right. Where is OSHA? OSHA. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Uranium. Not a single mention of OSHA. OSHA at all, you all. No mention of OSHA. You may say, Gina, what is OSHA? Okay, we'll show you what OSHA is. It's Occupational Safety and Health Administration. OSHA employees are eligible for a competitive salary or whatever. That's who they are. They care about your occupational safety and health. And if anybody is not in compliance, OSHA is going to show up at your facility and you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in big trouble. But there was no mention whatsoever, because you would think that OSHA, that's right, you would think that OSHA would have been mentioned. Maybe that guy was from OSHA, you think? It was Occupational Safety Hazmat Association. So the guy was there, Margaret Miniver. Ninover. That's good. So at least they had a representative there for the people. That's right, because it's really, you got to comply or they'll shut you down. They will shut you down. Seaweed. Wow. So Oak Ridge, Tennessee, UFO spotted. Gina, why are you doing that? I have no idea. I just want to do it. A UFO? Look at this, you all. I just thought about that, and look at it. A classic example is a series of startling UFO incidents that occurred at the Atomic Energy Commission facility in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. From the later part of 1950 to early 1951, 4 days later, the FBI received the details of yet another alarming incident, this time involving the visual sighting of a UFO over Oak Ridge. The secret. The city's most secret. Something's going on, you all. Look at that. The creation of Oak Ridge, Tennessee was predicted by John Hendricks 40 years before the founding of the city. In 1942, Major General Leslie Groves chose the rural site as the location for developing the Manhattan Project, you all. Look at these images. You all, we got to look at this. We've got to talk about aliens. If there's UFOs, we got to see them. Look at this. Oak Ridge. Can we look at it? Just one UFO article, you all. Just one. Just one article on the UFO. Saucers bob up again in reports. Ridge informants, people who towed on them, insist the object was seen there was as big as a house. Is there any words underneath there, you all? Let me see if I can read it. Reports that an object like flying saucer was seen near the top secret nuclear propulsion aircraft project. But they are secondhand reports like as many as stories. The project is a joint effort by the Air Force Atomic Energy Commission. It was first detailed. Okay, so look, it pops up, you all, right there. So there it is, you all. It's got UFO activity there. So that's wild. It is wild. And they reported, I wonder if these were, let's just scroll down really fast. I just want to see if there was a UFO invasion. Come on, can we look at the invasion of UFOs in 1925 at the Oak Ridge? They invaded Oak Ridge. One of the most important aspects of a UFO is the location. And when the location is one of significance and importance, can you hear me, you all? This is really, encounter is more intriguing. The startling UFO incidents occurred at the Atomic Commission facility in Oak Ridge, part of the 50 to 51. The now declassified UFO files. The FBI on October 13th of 1950, Oak Ridge, unknown objects at the installation 11:25 p.m. The U.S. Air Force radar installation at Knoxville picked up indications of 11 objects and perhaps more traveling across the controlled area of an atomic energy installation at Oak Ridge. The report continued an altitude of objects varied from 1,000 to 5,000 feet, and the density from the reading made the light aircraft equal to the size of a C-47. Speed from 100 to 125 miles per hour. They've been following for the same document. No reasonable explanation for the radar readings yet developed, although the operators are experienced and reliable. The FBI received the details of another alarming incident involving a visual sighting at the Oak Ridge area, you all. If you just tuning in, we're talking about this Oak Ridge uranium thing, and it's got a history of UFO activity. It's got a history of balloon activity that the government knows about. That's what it's got. Approximately 2:55, they stopped us, and there was an object north traveling, and it looked like it was 2,000 feet in the air, white and silverish looking color, and it was rotating in a counterclockwise manner. So it looked like the size of a ball and round. The trooper added it was slowly circling in a wide circle and spinning very fast, you all. So Oak Ridge, the size of 4 passenger planes is what they said this one was. 4. It was noticed alongside a smoke trail. The second object was the same size and shape. This is what it looked like, you all. This is Oak Ridge. Well, I hope this is not. The objects can change shapes from a bullet to a bladder. Oh, wow. To a bladder shape, you all, would be a balloon. It would be a balloon shape. A bladder shape would be a balloon shape. So dozens of them. Look at this. It is the opinions of the Security Division, the AEC Oak Ridge Security Branch, NEPA Division, Oak Ridge Security Patrol, Knoxville, all of it, you all. They showed up on the radar. It's the UFOs. The possibilities, no, you all. They had problems. So thank you, Nick, honey. So we got some trouble there. They got something's going on. It's much deeper than what they're letting on, you all. It really is. It's bound to be much deeper. They were there when they built it. That's right. They got to check it out, Debbie, honey. That's right. That's right. That's right. They work with ETs and they work with all kinds of beings. They do, you all. So, I'm probably going to go. That's what I'm probably going to do. I think this has been on here. Oh my gosh, I went over an hour, you all. So this area right here in Tennessee, it's they're doing a cleanup. They're trying to clean up the area and make it more appealing, make it more environmentally safe, and just give back the land to nature that they stole from nature, and the animals. Give back the original habitats and maybe revitalize the area. But still, there's probably is some health concerns. And when they keep changing levels of things, what's not safe, when they change what's safe for you to have in your body. And you'll never know. So I'm going to go. Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you, Chris Snyder, for telling me to come on here, because I had just looked at my phone. And thank you, moderators. And with that being said, thank you all for your comments, too. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. Thank you.